Hey everyone, and thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. Let us take a look at Ethereum. We are currently at $1,992. So let's see if we can push towards 1999 and 2000. Let me just post this in a couple different places, and then we will jump in. Hopefully everyone's doing okay. Where did... Let me pull Twitter up. Okay. All right, we'll jump in here in a second. Okay. So Ethereum is at 1993. So we are $7 away from breaking 2000. I just put my kids to bed, so that is the reason why I'm going to be talking a little bit quieter than normal. But it doesn't mean we can't celebrate anyway. So we're now at 1993. This is the 1 minute chart. We are slowly trending towards that $2,000 mark. Remember, what is dead may never die. So let's see if we can make it. How's everyone doing today? Yeah, we should probably draw our house. Let's see, at 2000. So we'll draw the house over here. We'll draw the door. This will be the garage. All right, so we're headed towards our home, and we'll keep an eye on Bitcoin too, because what have we been saying? We need a relatively stable Bitcoin, and that's more or less what we're getting. I mean, if we switch Bitcoin over to the daily chart, you can sort of see that things are somewhat stabilizing here. The last several days for the price of Bitcoin have more or less just been going sideways. What happens when Bitcoin goes sideways, when it's extended from the 20-week moving average? This is sideways, okay? You know, sometimes people think that this, these other moves are good as well, but when you see this is the best, right? I mean, this is just like literally sideways movement, and Ethereum is doing quite well. So we'll pull up some other charts too. Let's look at the Ether Bitcoin valuation. I mean, look at this candle, just straight back up. We're right back at the bottom of our general uptrend channel. So again, I don't think there's any reason to get out of bed yet for the Ethereum Bitcoin valuation. We still have a ways to go, right? You know, we're looking back up at this channel up here at the top. So I would say, you know, I'd be looking towards around 0.05. Okay, around 0.05 might be enough to raise an eyebrow for. But we're still a long ways away from that right now. So let's take it one day at a time, 1 week at a time. The Ether Bitcoin valuation, we would like to see it close above the 20-week SMA, which again is at 0.033. Right now we're actually closing in on 0.034. We still have a few more days though until we get the weekly close, so we will want to keep an eye on that. Let me pull up, we don't need all these, let me pull up some other Ether USD charts so we can look at it on some different time frames relatively easily. So interestingly, if we go to our indicators, our regression rainbow, the regression band, we'll do the log of the price over the 20-week. Everything looks good, right? Everything looks good so far. The same path we've been on. Nothing's really changed. We're just moving on up, right? We're moving on up, and looks like, you know, I mean, we basically have been moving up this general line or whatever for a while now. So hopefully we can continue to push the envelope here on what is theoretically possible, in terms of extension from the 20-week moving average. So if we just sort of extend these out, this is what we're generally looking at right now. So nothing has changed. Anytime someone gets super bearish on Ethereum, it's always down here. And I mean, I don't know about you guys, but on Twitter, on Reddit, I feel like down here we reached did anyone else get the sense we were at peak fear in a bull market? How can people be so fearful of Ethereum when it's literally up, more than 10x in a year? This was where a lot of major influencers were telling people to sell their Ethereum and whatnot. Again, you don't typically it's not a good idea to sell into fear. So if you're following people that are telling you to sell into fear, they're literally selling an asset after it's already depreciated against Bitcoin. And I mean, yes, there are some coins that will depreciate against Bitcoin over the long haul, but when you're talking about an asset like Ethereum, and these major these major influencers came out literally when it was down 36% over the last several weeks saying, hey, you guys should sell your Ethereum. Look at it. Look how quickly the times can change. From that wick, it's already up against Bitcoin 14.44%. So again, you see how quickly the times can change. Now, with that said, we still want to see that close, right? We want to see that close above the 20-week. Note that in prior moves, when we close above the 20-week, we tend to do quite well. Here was a 42% move from the 20-week. This one was a 21% move. This one here, before we started to pull back, was 77%. This close here from the 20-week was around 47%. And I think if you average, let's see, so let's say that's 50, 80, that's 130, plus 20, 150, plus 40, so 190, so 200 divided by 4. So I mean, basically the average, and I rounded up on a lot of that stuff, but the average is probably not, it wasn't quite 200, so it'll be less, maybe around 40%. So a 40% move from the 20-week now for the Ether Bitcoin valuation would put the Ether Bitcoin valuation right at around 0.0465. And let's just see what that would put it out. So if the Ether Bitcoin valuation were to go to 0.064465 times the price of Bitcoin, which is not constant, but let's just say it's at $59,000, that would put Ether coming in hot at a modest 2743. Right now we're at 1994, and again, the extension of the 20-week moving average, we know that based off the 20-week, it could still go all the way up to a valuation all the way up here and go, I mean, it could go to $3,000 again and still maintain the integrity that we should see diminished extension from the 20-week moving average each time. So far so good. I think that Ethereum is still on track. 1994, we're coming in hot at 1995. If we switch this over to, if we pull this down and look at where we currently are, the top of our orange regression band is actually at 2,980. So remember, if history is any indication for Bitcoin and we can project it towards Ethereum, we likely cannot make it to that regression band, and there's a decent chance we don't make it to this one. But I think that, anything in the orange band is fair game, and anything in the purple band is fair game in the short term, theoretically speaking. And currently the top of the orange band is around $3,000. The top of the purple band is around $5,500. So again, I'm not saying Ethereum's about to go to $5,500. My point is for the theoretical peak of the market cycle, I could see being in the purple band, and the purple band right now is at $5,500. So that's what I'm trying to say with regards to the Ether USD valuation. Ideally we just want Bitcoin to stay still, right? We want Bitcoin to stay still, and hopefully we'll see that. So you can see that on Bitfinex, it's actually already at 1996. We're looking at it on Kraken where it's in 1995. So we'll keep it here. We'll keep it on the lower exchange because we don't want to go with the exchange that's sort of leading it. Let's say, hey, you know what? It doesn't count towards the 2,000 Ethereum. if it's until it passes it on all exchanges. So right now Ethereum is in 1995 on Kraken. On Bitfinex now it's in 1997, so I wouldn't be too surprised to see it start moving up here. Yeah, there it goes, 1995, 1997. We're at 1999, 1998 on Bitfinex, 97 on Kraken. So we are getting relatively close, coming into hopefully our garage here. And let's take another look at Ether Bitcoin. Ether Bitcoin is still at 0.0337. So still, it actually dropped slightly there. Ether USD is still at 1997 on Kraken, 1998.50 on Bitfinex. So we are approaching $2,000. We're hoping that we're probably going to party like it's 1999 here in a minute. But let's just give it another minute or so. You can see we are moving up relatively quickly here. So that is our path. This is our general path that we've been on over the last, that was 55, about an hour and a half or so, I guess. So Ether USD is approaching 1999 on Bitfinex now, and we're still at 1997 on Kraken. And Bitcoin is still at 59.1. So hopefully, I'm hoping that Bitcoin will stay relatively constant here, so that we can actually see a huge breakout. Remember, we're testing $2,000 again, and if we go above it, if we break above 2K, I do think things can move relatively quickly. Okay, I do think things can start moving relatively quickly once we pass that number. We've seen it happen before. We saw it happen at $1,400 at a lot of the other major milestones. We need to get above it, and then hopefully we have clear skies for a while and we can move up relatively quickly. Clearly right now we're fighting against 2K. There's no guarantee we're going to break through it here in the short term. We could get rejected and come back down and maybe re-enter it later. But right now, obviously the piranhas are eating. We're at 1998 here on Kraken, and Bitfinex is still at 1998 as well. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's go for 300,000 subscribers and give the video a thumbs up. This is a house. Thank you for asking. This is the best form of TA that exists. 1999 on Bitfinex. So we are at 1999 on Bitfinex. It's almost at 2,000. It's at 2,000 on Bitfinex now. So we are at 2,000. We're still at 1998 on Kraken, so I doubt it's going to go much above 2,000 on Bitfinex until Kraken and some other exchanges are also at 2K. We could also switch it over to Coinbase and see what it's trading at there. Let's do that. Let's switch this one. Well, let's create another one here. Let's go Ether USD Coinbase. So Coinbase is currently at 1998.70. Okay, here we are at 1999. I told you guys we can't get to 2K without House TA if you follow me on Twitter. Yeah. Okay, it's at 2001 on Bitfinex. So it did pass 2K on Bitfinex. Let's look to see it get there on Kraken, and let's see where it is on Coinbase. So it's still lower than that on Coinbase. We're going to switch this over to the 1 minute time frame on Coinbase. Actually, why don't we switch it over to the 1 second time frame? Let's see what's going on. So this is the 1 second time frame. This is the 1 minute time frame. About to come in through our garage here. Okay, yeah, I know it's at 2K on Binance, 2K on KuCoin. We're better than that though. We need it to get there on all exchanges. It's 2003 on Bitfinex. We're still sitting in 1999 on Kraken and 1999 on Coinbase. So we can't. The gates aren't going to open until it passes out on the other major exchanges. Okay, so you can see the gates aren't going to open here until we eat the walls on the other major exchanges. So Coinbase and Kraken are the ones that are slightly lower. We still have not yet seen a 2,000 on Kraken today, and we have not seen a 2,000 on Coinbase yet today. So we're still waiting on that. These aren't going to go anywhere until that happens. There's a lot. I mean, there's the piranhas are going after it. I'm just waiting to see it go slightly above. Let's open the gates. Someone says in the chat. They do update at the same time. They are updating at the same time. It's just that different exchanges have different order books, and just because it passes a milestone on one exchange doesn't mean it's going to immediately pass it on the other. Oh, we got a seller. 1995. Still haven't broken through 2K yet on Kraken and Coinbase. We're still sitting just shy of that. Let's see, did Bitcoin pull back? No, Bitcoin did not pull back. So that was actually, so yeah, I mean, that was just an Ether pullback for a second there, because Bitcoin's still at 59.1. Sometimes if you see that, it'll, it's Bitcoin, but I mean, Bitcoin's still at 59.1. Still at 95. So let's look at the, here's the linear chart. Just the general roller coaster, right? Of the Ether. This is the Ether market cap divided by the Bitcoin market cap. Hopefully we go up here. Probably won't go straight up. I mean, we could, maybe we go up and then we come down and then we, do something like that. But you get the idea. It's back to 2K on Bitfinex. So it looks like our staircase here held support on our way back to 1999 on Bitfinex. Still less than 2K though on Kraken and Coinbase. Yeah, I know it's reached 2K at a lot of different exchanges, but we still have not passed it. And you'll know when we pass it on all exchanges, basically, because that's when the gates will open. That's when you'll see one of these, like, major candles that maybe, like, go up the chimney or something. That was a really bad chimney. That's when we've passed it. Until then, we're just sort of playing in the sandbox. And it could take a little while. Yeah. Oh, it got to 2004 on Binance. Is this something to get out of bed for? No, not yet. I mean, we've already been above 2K. Ethereum's already been above 2K, so it's not even like this is the first time. I think it's just sort of like if it happens tonight, it's more or less just going through the motions. I don't think it's necessarily anything to get out of bed for. And for all we know, we could go back down for a while before breaking through. But right now, at least there's a non-negligible chance that we break through, which is why we're doing the stream. At least we did see it. We saw it hit 2K on Bitfinex in 1999 on Kraken and Coinbase. Yeah, we'll do an update here because I want to see the So yeah, I mean we're still fairly under. I mean we are extended from the 20 week, but compared to this path we've been on, we're still fairly not as extended as we easily could be based on the bull market, right? We have come back down for a little while, and that's because the valuation of Ether USD has just been trending sideways for several weeks, allowing the 20-week moving average to catch up. So the extension from the 20-week moving average has gotten a lot less, even though the price hasn't gone up. It's just because The 20-week moving average has been going up, while the valuation of Ethereum has been more or less staying constant. It's interesting because, yeah, Bitfinex is trading about $3 higher than Kraken right now. Now they just kind of, now they're only about $1 apart. Yeah, I am enjoying the Link pump and the Dot. You know, both of them, I think Link and Dot are both very solid, very solid projects. Um, and yeah, I do expect great things from both of these projects. I would expect both of them to go to three figures at some point during this cycle. Dot's currently at $38 with an all-time high between 42 to 43, so it's not even that far off its all-time high. Link, I mean, it hasn't really been doing a whole lot as of the last few weeks, but if you go back to 2018, it's basically outperformed every single cryptocurrency, or most every single cryptocurrency. There might be some that have outperformed it, but Link is the one that gives us consistent gains over time. So do not discount Link. Is what I would say. Bitcoin's now at 59.2, so Bitcoin is moving a little bit, a little bit. Did you guys like the fun with crypto video? I had fun recording that one. Yeah, that is probably my best video. Mainly because my wife was in it. Yeah, it was supposed to be cringe, right? It was supposed to be cringe. That was the point. That's the joke. .jpg, right? Yeah, my wife and I are talking about going to Hollywood now. Um, I'm expecting Hollywood to call after seeing our performance. What would be the portfolio recommendation for beginners in crypto? I always say start with Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Start with Bitcoin, then Ethereum, then you can branch out from there. But in my opinion, I could not look at a crypto portfolio and think that it's a good portfolio if it didn't have Bitcoin and Ethereum. So if you're new, I would always say start with Bitcoin and Ethereum. You might say, well, what if altcoins make a major move? Yeah, you could go after some altcoins, but if it also protects you against the potential downside by getting, I mean, if you go the altcoin route and the market dumps, then you'll wish you had gotten to some Bitcoin. So I'd say start with Bitcoin and Ethereum. My top five are Bitcoin, Ethereum, Link, ADA, and Dot. why has ADA not moved recently? It's up 60. It's up 60x on the year. So maybe that has something to do with it. Do I think Coinbase will list DOT? Probably at some point, but I don't know when that'll be. I mean, I never thought it was going to take, back in 2017, I never thought it would take like 3 years to list ADA, but it did. So I do think they'll probably list it, but I don't know. And I don't know when that would be. All right, we're at 1999 on Kraken. It looks like we actually just hit 2,000 on Kraken. I missed it. So we're 1999.99. Let's see if we break through. I hope you guys left the garage door open here. That would be a rookie mistake. We're at 2001 on Bitfinex. We are at 2,000 now on Kraken, so let the piranhas go for a little while. Bitcoin isn't necessarily behaving though, because now Bitcoin's at 59.4. So Bitcoin is not behaving the way yeah, Bitcoin is moving some. Yeah, I mean it just went to 59.5 for a second there, I think. I mean, still the all-time high for Bitcoin is still over 61K, like 61.6. So still a ways to go for Bitcoin, but that's the risk, right? If Bitcoin goes back into price discovery, then it doesn't mean Ethereum can't rally, right? Ethereum probably would rally. It's just that the Ether Bitcoin valuation probably wouldn't rally. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Let's get to 300,000 subscribers. And give the video a thumbs up. There's a rumor that we have to get to 1,000 likes before we can break through 2K. Yeah, Bitcoin, that's the issue. So yeah, Bitcoin is pushing higher as well. Let's look at Bitcoin on the minute time frame. So you can see Bitcoin isn't cooperating the best because it has moved up from like 58. I mean, it's moved up like $1,000 here in a relatively short period of time. Like here to here, it's moved up almost 2% in an hour and a half. So Bitcoin is not behaving. Yeah, maybe I should have been a little bit more greedy with the like ask there. Instead of saying 1,000 likes, I should have said like 15, or I should have said 2,000 likes. Hell, we have 4,000 viewers. There's no reason we can't get to 2,000 likes. 2,000 likes for a 2,000 ETH. Looks like we are. We come back down. We've come back down a little bit. We're back to 1994. So someone clearly did not open the garage. Ben Skinner says he's on his Forbes interview right now. I would cancel it. I would cancel it right now. Yeah, Bitcoin's continuing. Now up 1.74% in an hour and a half. So it's now at 59.5. It just hit 59.5. Yeah, Bitcoin volatility is not good for Ether a lot of times. Someone says they were liquidated on the nanosecond chart. Ben Skinner says he's peaked by getting my name read. Come on, I'm just an average guy who started a YouTube channel, right? If any of you guys ever start a YouTube channel, I'll tell you the first few months are the hardest. It took me 5 months to get 500 subscribers. Think about that. It took me 5 months to get 500 subscribers. So, well, but then you just need like one video to do well. All right. Ether Bitcoin is at 0.0334. So we still not have made we've not yet made a decisive pass. So Bitcoin's still moving. Yeah, so Bitcoin's now at 59.6. So Bitcoin's prior all-time high, I believe it was around 61.6, right? So about $2,000 higher than its current price. Maybe, I mean, it depends on the exchange you're looking at. I mean, on some exchanges it went higher than others, but so on Bitstamp it looks like it went to 61.7, with candles up to 61.1 or so. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely approaching those levels because we're now at 59.7. Someone says they found my channel through 4chan. You know, I've never used 4chan, but people, occasionally people will link me to threads on 4chan about me, and they're usually not very nice threads, which probably influences me never going there anyways. Someone says an Ethereum daily close all-time high. I didn't even notice, honestly. Those are weekly candles. Let's go to daily. Where did we close? We closed at 1968. 1968. Yeah, that is an all-time high for the close. So yeah, we closed at 1968 for the daily close for Ethereum was 1968. All right, I mean we're just generally moving up. Bitcoin's about to break 60K actually. So we are at 59,950. Ether Bitcoin is coming down slightly here at 0.0332. So again, Bitcoin is not behaving for the Ether Bitcoin valuation. Yeah, Bitcoin is having a fairly impressive move, honestly. I mean, on the day, it's already up 2% in the last like 2.5 hours. So Bitcoin is having a pretty good day. I mean, we literally just looked. Like, do you guys remember? I mean, quite literally, just 20 minutes ago, we're at 60K. Like 20 minutes ago, we looked at this chart, and these candles were all basically just flat. And then Bitcoin just had a major move, like to 60K in like half an hour. Like in the last half hour, just made a major move to 60K. Because we just looked at this a few minutes ago, and these three candles were all relatively flat. The game continues, right? So now we're at 1990. ADA's still at about $1.20. I kind of want to keep an eye on Bitcoin for a couple minutes because it's actually going. I mean, Ethereum still is sitting shy of 2K, but Ethereum or Bitcoin just hit 60K. I made it. Have you guys seen the joke I put on YouTube? It's like, you know, the year the year is like 2043. Bitcoin is now at, you know, like $1 million or something, and Ethereum's still trying to break 2K. You know, Ether's still, I mean, it's a 1993 here on Bitfinex and 1991 on Kraken, so I mean, we still have not decisively broken 2K. Yeah, I mean, we saw Ethereum go to 2K a few minutes ago. Glad you liked the video earlier, Tom. All right, Bitcoin's now above 60, and Ethereum is still below 2K. So we'll keep an eye on it, but Bitcoin is, I think we just need to watch Bitcoin here for a minute, because it's the one, it's actually making a fairly impressive move here in a relatively short period of time. Like if we go look at the hour chart, I mean, look at that. Look at this hourly candle for Bitcoin. I mean, we quite literally watch this form. If we go look at, say, like the 15-minute, yeah, I mean, it just shooting up. 60.1. So we're right at this level here. Yeah, this is a fairly impressive hour for Bitcoin. Well, I mean, it's up 1.83%, 1.82% on the hour. And we still have 22 minutes to go. Yeah, let's take a look at Ether Bitcoin. This is the weekly chart. So it still is looking fairly good here. Here's the daily chart. Whoops. Here's the daily chart. So yeah, you can see that it actually has come back down a little bit on the new day. Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin could go back to price discovery mode, but it still needs to go up another couple $1,000s for that to happen. Yeah, it's certainly possible, but we're still not there yet. Someone says the pi cycle top is incoming. How close are we? I haven't checked. Remember, I mean, it's just a fit to 3 data points, so we don't really know yet how accurate or how predictive it will be. They still haven't crossed yet. They are getting relatively close. I mean, this one, the difference here is one's at 41,887, the other one's at 42,240. So they are getting relatively close. When you look at it like this, you can see them, they are about to cross, right? Part of me wants them to cross and then not to have a dump, just to show that, you know, you can't necessarily take a 3 data point fit to the bank. But again, I mean, if it does dump after they cross, then it would be somewhat, yeah, I mean, obviously then that would be points in favor for it being predictive. Are we at 2 trillion? Someone says we just hit 2 trillion market cap. I don't see that. I see 1.925 trillion. I don't see 2 trillion. Yeah, I see 1.925 on here. And the total cryptocurrency market cap on TradingView is still at like 1.86 trillion. Is that right? Total crypto market cap on TradingView 1.867 trillion. Coin market cap shows 1.925 trillion. But I mean, on coin market cap, it also shows a 1999 Ether, and Ether on here is in 1994. So there are some discrepancies here. Let's check in on Bitcoin. Let's see what Bitcoin's doing. It's still at 59.8. So it has not broken decisively above 60K yet. Let's put on a regression band and see where we are. So the top of the regression band, which we've gone into a couple times now, is now sitting at 60.5K. So we'd still have a little ways to go to get to that level. But yeah, the upper part of the regression band is now sitting at 60,559. The upper part is sitting at 89,303, which is way up here. Someone says there's a 4,500 Ethereum, a 4,500 ETH wall on Coinbase. Is that at 2K? Is the I guess the wall is the wall at 2K? Welcome to the channel, Tristan. Glad you like it. How overextended is Bitcoin at the moment? Well, if you look at the bull market support band, which again is a combination of the 20-week SMA and the 21-week EMA, and we look at that the same level of overextension from them, you know, we're still sort of respecting our general downtrend. I mean, this is actually, I should probably look at it on this other exchange so that it goes back a little bit further. Right, I mean, we're still generally respecting this general downtrend. So, yeah, I mean, it is extended, but it's not as extended nearly as it was a few weeks ago when it made those major moves. Yeah, I was trying to think of like a good April Fool's video, you know, because everyone just says the same old BS, right? Like Bitcoin's going to zero, which is what I did last year. Or or people saying they're selling all their Bitcoin, and everyone knows it's a joke. But everyone, you know, just sort of watches it anyways. I was like, all right, let me do something that's a little bit more fun and entertaining than something that's just an outright lie. I mean, fun with crypto is serious, you know? You do have to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Wouldn't you guys agree? When you're holding crypto, you gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them. That's some good advice. You know what's funny? You know the funniest thing about the April Fool's video, the fun with crypto? Like there were some people that were like they literally didn't know I was like you know, like replicating or emulating that the Big Bang Theory skit. But I mean, the reason why it's interesting is because some people were and I saw some comments, unless they were just trolling me, which is always a possibility on crypto YouTube for sure. But they were like, this reminds me of the Big Bang Theory, and I was just like, thank you. Yeah, no, I understand if you don't watch the show why you wouldn't get it, but some people like who actually do watch that show are like, this reminds me of that. It's like, yeah, it's literally the exact same thing except about crypto. Do I have a video explaining why Bitcoin follows such decisive patterns, even being, as I've heard you put it, as random Brownian motion? So I think when I talk about geometric Brownian motion, I'm talking about in the short term. Okay, longer term moves are a little bit more, a little bit more understandable, right? Like when we look at like, Bitcoin's longer term moves, they're a little bit more understandable, I think, than like, if you put on like, say, the regression bands, like this is a little bit more understandable than like all the nonsense that happens in between. So the stuff that happens in between, I do think it's like a random walk, but over the macro scale, it does just generally trend up, right? It just generally trends up. Ether's back above 2,000 on Bitfinex, and we're at 1998 on Kraken. Someone says that my channel reminds me of your channel reminds me of your channel. Why do I use Kraken charts over other exchanges? The main reason I use Kraken on Ethereum is because it goes back to 2015. Actually, Ethereum's at 2004 on Bitfinex. Let's see where it is on Coinbase. On Coinbase, it's at 1999, 98. Here it is on Kraken, it's back to 2K. So we'll see if the piranhas can eat the wall. Hopefully someone left the keys to the house open. Or hopefully they open the house, or open the door. No, ADA will not be $76 at the end of the year. Someone says none of their alts are pumping. Well, some alts are moving, but again, that's why I said like the people that were there were a lot of influencers the other day telling everyone to sell their Ethereum for altcoins, and I was like, this is like some of the worst advice I've ever heard. We're still less than 2K on Kraken. I mean, we've hit 2K a couple times, but we have not moved above it. And on Coinbase, I think on Coinbase too, we have not moved above 2K on Coinbase either. You can see we just went straight up to 2K for a minute or so, and then we're coming back down a little. We're back in 1998. I mean, you can see we keep trying to get above it, right? I mean, we're trying to break that line. Trying to break the line. The home has good foundations. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Remember, we have a Telegram channel too. You guys should check it out. Remember, I will not message you first, so if you do join the Telegram and you think you're going to fall for a trick from someone pretending to be me, then do not get on Telegram. But if you are fully aware of scammers that might message you pretending to be me, then you can join Telegram. And I'll just post it here in the chat. And you can also find it in the description below. We're back at 2K. Let's get to 2,000 likes. We need another 100 likes to get to 2K, 2,000 likes. Let's get to 2,000 likes, and maybe we'll see Ethereum break 2K decisively. We need 100 more likes. Is it time? $2,000. We are at 2,000. Has our time come? We're still at 2002 on Bitfinex. Again, it's not going anywhere until the walls break on Kraken and Coinbase for sure. Coinbase is at 1999.99. Kraken's at 1999.97. The piranhas are eating. Are we looking at our chimney up here? Are we looking at our chimney? Bitcoin is still shy of 60K. Is it going to give Ether the chance to breathe? It's at 2K on Coinbase. The walls are being eaten. Like they're definitely being eaten here because it's sitting at 2K on Coinbase. I'm sure the piranhas are feeding. Now it's at 2,000 on Kraken, so it's like they're flip-flopping. Now it's 2,000 on Kraken, at 1999 on Coinbase. Okay, now they're... Okay, we're at 2K. We're at 2K everywhere. Well, at least the ones we're watching. Because Bitfinex is at 2002. Kraken, it's at 2000. Coinbase, it's at 1994. Bitcoin actually pulled back a couple $100 because it's now it's back to 59.7. Still not still not breaking through yet. We're in 1996. Back to 93. Still no entry. Bitcoin actually just had a pretty impressive. I mean, it just dropped like $500 relatively quickly there. Let's see that drop. So yeah, Bitcoin has gone up to 60,064 on this one. It just went down to 59.6. Now it's back up to 59.7. Obviously Ethereum got spooked. It's good foundation. It's good foundation. Let's keep an eye on Bitcoin for a minute because we know if Bitcoin's going down, then Ethereum is going to pull back too. So I think Bitcoin's the one we should watch right here. Bitcoin's at 59.3, 59.2. Now that's an interesting move by Bitcoin. Back down, here we are back down to the same level we were at a few minutes ago. Looks like we came down to around 1984 both times. Bitcoin's at 59.4 still. Let's see, what is Ether Bitcoin doing? We haven't looked at that yet. Okay, in a little bit. So okay, it's at 0.03346. It's actually about to, it's not too far from flipping green. Should we trade the 1 minute chart? Probably not. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Give the video a thumbs up. Someone says Ether Bitcoin just bounced off the 20-week. Is that true? I mean, the 20-week is at 0.03033. So yeah, I mean, it looks like maybe it did. Yeah, I mean, it went down to 0.0331, so close to it. Yeah, I mean, the people leverage trading this stuff are, that's not what this channel is about. I can assure you, the opportunity cost is too damn high, I think. Brian says Forbes is getting annoyed that I keep canceling, or that he keeps canceling on them. Huh. Someone says there was a single sale of 75 Bitcoin at 60K. Yeah, I mean, you know, are we back? I think we're back. Someone says, what price is worth getting in bed for? What is that? I mean, it's the way we discuss it, you should already be in bed, right? There hasn't been really a reason to get out of bed yet. Yeah, our house foundation is providing some key resistance there. Yeah, I mean, I think it always depends on time, right? I mean, it's not just an absolute value. You're not looking for just like an absolute value. I mean, like if it depends on when it happens, right? I mean, like if a $3,000 Ethereum were to happen tomorrow, that might be worth getting out of bed for. If a $3,000 Ethereum happens in 12 months, that's probably not worth getting out of bed for. So it's all about like the time in which it happens, not necessarily the absolute price. And how we get there, right? How we get there is important too. Bitcoin is back to 59.5. I mean, honestly, it would be good for Ethereum if Bitcoin would just chill at 59.5. Like I think that would be the best for Ethereum, but I mean it's this volatility by Bitcoin that keeps spooking the Ethereum bulls. Ethereum bulls do not like volatility by Bitcoin. That is a fact. All right, Ethereum is at 1993. It's at 1994 on Bitfinex, and on Coinbase it's still at 1991. I don't know what the hell's going on Coinbase, but it's still at 1991 on Coinbase. If it goes over 2K, how fast can it go higher? I mean, I would like to say relatively fast, but remember the first time it broke through 2K, it went to 2040 and then pretty quickly dropped back down. I mean, I do think that, you know, each time we continue to press up against 2K or over 2K, we're going to be more and more likely to continue higher. I mean, above 2K, it seems like the next obvious area to look for would be 2,500 and then 3,000. And then once we get to 3,000, maybe we'll talk about 4,000 and 5,000. But those are a little bit, you know, I think it's more so like one step at a time, right? Let's see if we can get to 3,000 first, and then we'll see how we got to 3,000. What does our extension from the 20-week look like? You know, we'll look at a lot of different things, and then speculate on whether we can, you know, the probability of continuing higher. So I think ultimately it depends on exactly like how we get there, right? It always depends on how we get there. So Ethereum's back above 2,000 on Bitfinex. On Kraken, it's at 1998, and on Coinbase, it's actually back to 2K. So we're continuing the move on Coinbase here, back up to 2K. RIP whoever's leverage trading this, because, you know, I mean, it's just, I'm sure it's wiping some people out. depending on what they're trading with. But all right, we're back to 2K. Bitcoin's not necessarily behaving the most because it's also back to 59.8. So we'll see what happens here. $59.7 for Bitcoin. Still 2000. I mean, it's still Ethereum's still 2002 on Bitfinex, on Coinbase. On Coinbase, it's actually above 2K. This is interesting. So on Coinbase, we're now above 2K. You see it? We're at 2000. On Kraken, we're still below it. So remember, we want to pass by it on different exchanges, not just because I mean, if it's still trading below 2K on some of these exchanges like Kraken, then there's still definitely some sell orders that need to be bought out before we can really trend higher on other exchanges. Like on Bitfinex, it's currently at 2005. Okay, so I'm starting to wonder. I mean, it's at 2005 now. It's going to. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some people trying to arbitrage, but I mean, I imagine they would. I mean, it's $4 higher. So again, 2004 on Bitfinex. We're above 2000 on Coinbase. Now we're back below it. And Kraken, we're still at 98. We did break through 2K though. I mean, we have broken through 2K. It just hasn't happened on all exchanges, remember? And if you just look at one exchange, then you might think, oh, it's about to go. You want to see it happen on all exchanges. By the way, if you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Definitely subscribe. Let's go for 300,000 subscribers. And give the video a thumbs up. Maybe we'll get to 3,000 likes. There it goes. There it goes. 2002. Let's see, where is it on Coinbase? We're at 2003. Bitfinex is 2006. Kraken still 2003. 2006 now on Kraken. 2009. We're moving relatively quickly. We didn't quite hit the front door. We came pretty close. So we might need to get that fixed on our house. I was off by how many minutes? 3 minutes. I was off by 3 minutes. Welcome into our house. Welcome into our house. And it's nice too because Bitcoin's still less than 60K. Ethereum's at 2007. And on Bitfinex, it's at 2009. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Bitcoin's above 60K. I mean, it's already back at 59,914, so I'm sure it's above 60K on some exchanges. What's the all-time high for Ethereum? I think it was around 2040. It will depend on what exchange you use, but it was around 2040 plus or minus a few dollars, right? What's a few dollars among friends? It was somewhere around that area. All right, let's look at Ether Bitcoin. It's still at 0.0334, so it's still above the 20-week, right? And that's where we want to be. We want it to be above the 20-week. We would like to see it close above the 20-week, right? Because this is, I mean, in order to come back up, I mean, we're still not even back in our general uptrend channel, which, I mean, the last time, think about this. The last time the Ether Bitcoin valuation was at this level, everyone was super bearish because it was on the way down. Now we're coming up and everyone's super bullish, but we're not even back in our channel yet. We're not even there. Again, that's why it's nothing to get out of bed for. We're not even back into our general uptrend here. I mean, if on the linear scale, you can see we kind of bounced up again. This is, by the way, this is the Ether market cap divided by the Bitcoin market cap. There are reasons, I think, to account for supply when discussing these valuations as well. If Forbes is calling, I would just ignore it for now. Hey, look, we touched our door. We're now coming through the door. Bitcoin's still flirting with that 60K level. Look at this move. Look how ridiculous this looks. I want to look at this on like a 5-minute candles. Maybe let's go to 15-minute candles. Yeah, this. Well, I mean, we are above 2K. I mean, we are, right? We're above 2K. Ethereum is above 2K. I'm gonna tweet. You guys should follow me on Twitter if you don't. We're almost at 60,000 followers, actually. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, I'll post it in the chat. All right, we are at 2003 on Kraken. We're knocking on the door. Hopefully, we're not coming out the door. All right, well, I don't know how much longer you guys want me to stay on. I mean, we are above 2K, so the milestone has been achieved. Someone said I should erase the door so it can't escape. I'm glad you guys humor this stuff. I mean, there's nothing wrong with leaving it with an escape route if it needs one. All right. I don't know. I mean, we sort of achieved the milestone. Now we're sort of just playing in the sandbox while we wait for it to do something. Let's see where we are in terms of the total crypto. Total crypto is at 1.92 trillion. let's see what happens here. Let's see if it holds 2K. Can we get another Big Bang Theory sketch? I don't know. How can no coiner say that a $2 trillion market cap is a scam? Yeah, I mean, you know, there's always going to be someone there to shout that everything's a scam. I agree, ADA is not reaching $50, not this market cycle. Out the front door. Someone says he's going to retire on this crypto scam thing. I think a lot of people are going to retire on crypto, probably. My guess is a lot of people start leveraging a lot whenever it passes these major milestones and they get wiped out. All right, well, by the way, remember to check out the premium list into thecryptoverse.com if you guys want to get access to all the premium content. What has to happen for the pie to cross? I mean, they're probably. I mean, unless we get some major dump, they probably will cross. All right. Well, should we call it? Should we wrap it up there? Remember, we have a Telegram channel that you guys can join if you guys want. Just ignore the scammers that will message you pretending to be me. I'd say mission accomplished. We made it to 1999, made it to 2000. Now we're just sort of playing in the sandbox up here. I don't know how long it's going to take for us to decisively break through, but I don't want to stay on all night. So, I mean, maybe we can wait a few more minutes, but maybe we'll draw a window for it. No, I can't do a 24-hour stream. I'm not in college anymore. I have 3 kids. If I stayed up 24 hours tomorrow, it would be awful. Do you have any questions? Do I have a day job? This is my day job. Night job. All-time job. This is my job right here. I quit my day job in January. Thoughts on Dot? Yeah, I mean, I think Dot's a solid project, right? I own Dot. It's in my top 5. I mean, I think it probably will go to 3 figures this cycle. Just give it time. That's what I think. I mean, it's not financial advice. Sometimes I like pretending like I'm going to leave, and then a lot of viewers leave, and then they realize I'm still on like 10 minutes later, and they're like, what the hell? Christopher, I did see your comment. Christopher Gunsel. Have I watched Godzilla vs. King Kong? No. Is Link breaking out? Probably not until Bitcoin volatility calms down. I mean, maybe it'll go to 40 bucks or something, but I don't really envision a 3-figure Link until Bitcoin volatility significantly calms down. You guys like asking me about a lot of random altcoins. Well, it was likely to be Ethereum's all-time high this cycle. I mean, I think it depends on how long it takes us to get there, right? The shorter if the peak comes early, then it probably won't be as high. If the peak comes later on, then yeah, I mean it could go. I think it could go several $1,000s higher. What was my occupation before January? Am I even still live? I mean, the stream says no data, so I don't even know if you guys can hear me. But before January, I worked, I worked in computational material science, so my PhD was nuclear engineering. All right, well, maybe we should wrap it up here. We've been going for an hour and 20 minutes almost, so thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Definitely give the video a thumbs up. We did accomplish at least getting to $2,000 Ethereum. Hit 1999. We went on Kraken. We went all the way up to 2009, and back down. So we're still trying to decisively go buy it. Yeah, why don't we wrap it up? Should we wrap it up there? I'm glad you liked the video earlier. Yeah, can we get to 3,000 likes? We need 66 more likes. James says we shall see you tomorrow at 2.5K. I wouldn't complain if it went to 2.5K tomorrow. Let's see. What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin's still at 59.5. It's interesting. On here, Ethereum's at 1996 on Bitfinex. 1997 on Bitfinex. It's literally like $4 higher, now $3 higher. My top 5 are Bitcoin, Ethereum, Link, ADA, and DOT. It's actually back at 2,000 on Bitfinex. You can see it's back at 2,000 here. It's actually above 2,000. I mean, on Kraken, it's still at 1997, but Bitfinex is already trading back above 2,000. Let's check it on Coinbase. Let's see where it is. 1999. So we have 1998, 1999. Well, it wasn't 99 and 2000. Alright, we are at 1998 on Kraken. Man, thank you guys for sticking with this. I know this isn't the most exciting show in the world, but it is what it is. Mo, I've never had that question. Bottom. Instead of your top 5 coins, what are my bottom 5 coins? I've never had that question before. What are my bottom 5 coins? What is the significance of hitting 2K? I mean, it's just a major milestone, right? 2K is clearly a big milestone for it. It seems like if we can decisively break it and start moving up, 21, 2200 can come quickly, 2500 might come quickly. It's kind of like 1400 when we were first at like 1440. It took like a few weeks to really decisively break through 1440, in the same way that it's taking a while to break through 2000. Second set of 5 coins. I like the Uniswap. I like Uniswap, Avalanche. There's a few others. It's kind of funny that we're just chilling. I mean, we're just chilling at just around 2,000 on Bitfinex. It's back to 2,000 on. It's above 2,000 on Coinbase too, actually. So. Now we're at 99.99 on Kraken. Hey, we have more likes and viewers. That might be a first. Well, actually, I don't think it is a first. I mean, it's kind of crazy because if we go back. If Ethereum ends up going, to like $5,000, $6,000 or something later on, we'll look back and be like, hey, remember that time we watched Ethereum break 2,000 on live stream or so. We actually saw it break 2,000 live last time. Was anyone here for that live stream when we saw it go up to 2,040? That was an exciting night too. Someone says he liked the video twice. Thanks. On 2 different devices. I guess if you hit the like button twice, that would not be good, because then that means you undo your like. Yeah, the roof TA did hold a support then. I have a mic. It's probably not the best mic. Looks like we're pushing up against 2K again on Kraken. 1999.79. We're right up against 2,000 almost. We're back at 2K. Bitfinex is still just at 2001, so it's not as extended. It's a lot closer now to. Actually, Coinbase is also at 2001, so they're a little bit closer now. They're not so far spread out. So Coinbase is at Bitfinex is 2001. Coinbase is almost at 2001. Kraken's still at 2000. Strong foundation. Can we turn on super chat? No. Why do I hate on Cardano? I don't hate on Cardano. I mean, I was probably the biggest Cardano bull, or one of the biggest Cardano bulls, between 2 to 10 cents. I just want people to remain grounded and not assume it's going to go to $50 like some people think. I mean, I think $50 is too high for this market cycle. I'm a huge Cardano bull. If you don't believe me, go back and watch the show when we were covering it at 2 cents, because we had several videos on ADA at like 2 cents, at 3 cents, at 4 cents. I did a video on ADA in like mid-March, and it was literally trading less than 3 cents at the time. So I would say I'm a huge ADA bull. It's just that, there's a difference between being the smart money coming in literally at 2 cents and then, following the people that are not shilling it until 40 cents or 50 cents or 60 cents or $1, right? So I think there's a difference there. I just want people to be a little bit more cautious because, literally we were accumulating it at 2 cents and 3 cents and 4 cents a year ago. Just 1 year ago, the valuation of ADA was like less than 3 to 4 cents. So I just want people to be cautious. I'm still bullish on ADA. I still own probably more ADA than I should. But I don't think it's going to go to $50 this cycle. Maybe next cycle, but probably not this cycle. Is Bitcoin... Okay, Bitcoin's at 59.8. It's a good thing I put a window here to give it a spot to go back into the house, Back out of the window. Hey, we did hit the window, right? We not only did we hit the door, we also hit the window. Someone says the house has a beard. Is this the, are these the eyes? This is the nose, and this is the mouth. All right, well, I think this was a productive night. We watched Ethereum break 2K again. We're partying like it's 1999 right now. What better way to end the stream, right? What better way to end the stream? Sorry, I'm just trying to read some of these questions. All right, I think we'll wrap it up. Thank you guys for tuning in. Check out the Telegram channel and the premium list. You guys can always just check out the description below if you guys want to find that. But thank you guys for tuning in. We'll wrap it up. We'll end the stream with Ether above $2,000, and I will see you next time. Bye.